the house across the street. My wife and I spent years searching for a starter home. Finding the right home can be a difficult process in itself, but there were the added factors of being on an extremely tight budget and only qualifying for a type of loan that allowed rural housing only. That being the case, it was if someone drew a large circle around most of the communities in our area on a map and said, "You can't buy there." It was just as well, as I at least preferred the quiet life of country living. One place in particular caught our interest. It was located in a small village called Wright, in the middle of orchard country. This town consisted of one old church with cemetery, a bar, and a smattering of old houses. It seemed perfect. We looked at the home and thought it would suit our needs nicely. The only catch was that the two current residents were technically squatting there. It's been a long time, so I don't remember the exact details, but I want to say they had been renting from the actual homeowner and had stopped making payments. Either way, the house would have to go through a short sale, and the renters squatters evicted before we would be taking possession. It was a combination of being weary from looking for so long, having been through the full range of emotions while doing so, and thinking it was a really cool setting, but we decided to go for it. The current tenants seemed nice, so we thought the odds were on our side that they would leave peacefully and not trash the house. Fortunately, we had no issues there because we didn't make it that far. The listing agent was quite the eccentric and rarely returned calls placed by our agent. To make a long story a bit shorter, we spent 2 months trying to get somewhere with the purchase. Our offer was accepted, but nothing else happened. Every time we spoke with our realtor, she told us she couldn't reach the listing agent or he was being evasive. Eventually, we had enough and backed out of the deal. At the time, we were sad it didn't go through. Fast forward roughly a month down the road. We were watching the TV in our duplex one evening when the old house directly across the street from the one we attempted to buy showed up on the screen, on fire. Apparently, the 20-year-old kid living there had shot 3 of his family members to death, then burned the house down in an attempt at destroying the evidence. He fled the area and was on the run for a while. We couldn't believe it. Shivers ran down my spine when I thought about the fact that we could have been 20 feet from a multiple homicide. No, the violence didn't spread to our house, but it was definitely close enough. I still get creeped out when I think about that, even 13 years later.